Welcome children to the English Literature book. Longman Impression Revised Edition Part 6 Chapter 30 The Old Sea Dog. In my previous video I have already explained a strange man appeared to the inn. He behaved strangely but always he used to ask about the about one-legged man. He was in search of that man. Now let's start the story. How that one-legged personage haunted my brain. Now that old sea dog, that means the strange old man, what he used to ask? He was asking that how that old man used to one-legged personage, one-legged famous person always used to haunt his dream. One stormy night, when the wind shook the four corners of the house and the surf roared along the cove and up the cliff. Now he started telling the story that once it was a very stormy night. The wind was blowing from four corners of the house and the foams were roaring over the cliff of the house. I could see him in 1,000 forms and with 1,000 diabolical expression. Now at that time he could see, means that strange man, he could see him in 1,000 forms with 1,000 wicked expression. Sometimes I imagine that the leg cut off a knee, sometimes at the hip. Sometimes he was a monstrous kind of creature who had but one leg in the middle of his body. Now, sometimes what he used to think? Sometimes he used to think that he used to imagine that the one leg cut off at the knee, sometimes at the hip. Sometimes he had a monstrous kind of creature who had only one leg in the middle of his head. To see leap and run and pursue me over hedge and ditch was the worst of nightmares. Now, to search this man, to look at this man, to see him leap and run and pursue the hedge and ditch, it was the most worst things for the nightmare. And altogether, I paid pretty dearly for my monthly 4-penny piece, and I was hunted by fear. Now, altogether, that man, he had to pay pretty dearly for his monthly 4-penny pieces, and he was haunted by the fear. But though I was so terrified by the idea of the seafaring man with one, but the native, he was very much afraid by the idea of the seafaring man. I was far less afraid of the captain himself than anybody else who knew him. Now, the narrator, he was very less afraid of the captain himself than anybody else who knew him. There were nights when he drank too much and he would sometimes sit and sing his old wild sea song. Sometimes that man, he was a strange man. What he used to do at the night, he used to drink too much, and then what he used to do, he used to sit and sing his old wild sea songs, minding nobody. But sometimes he would call for classes and force all the trembling company to listen to his stories, to join in his song. But sometimes what happens? He used to call for more. Sometimes he used to do from his own mind. He used to never care for other. But sometimes what he used to do? He used to call for other classes and force everyone of all the trembling company to listen to his stories and join his song. Often I have heard the house shaking with the tune. Often what he had heard, that the house was shaking with tune. All the neighbors joining in with the fear of death upon them, and each singing louder than the other to avoid remark. Now, all of them, what happened? All the neighbors, they used to join him, and because they used to fear of death upon them. And so, what they used to do? They used to sing louder and louder in avoid to avoid those remarks. At such times, he was the most overbearing companion ever known. During this time, he was the most bullying companion ever known. He would slap his hand on the table for silence all round. What he used to do? He used to slap his hand on the table to make silence around. He would fly up in a passion of anger at a question. Sometimes he used to raise himself, passion of anger. He used to show himself his anger at a question. or sometimes simply because he thought the company was not following the story, or sometimes what he used to get why he used to get angry, because he used to think that the others are not listening to listening to his stories. Nor he would allow anyone to leave the inn till he drunk himself to sleep. Now, and he never used to allow anyone to leave that place until he has drunk himself to sleep. His stories were the what frightening people most of all. But whatever stories he used to tell, it used to frighten all the people most. Dreadful stories they were. Now, what type of story he used to tell? He used to tell all dreadful stories about hangings and storms at sea and wild deeds and places of Spanish men. What type of story that he used to talk about? He used to talk about the hangings and storms at the seas, wild deeds and places of the Spanish men. By his own account, he must have lived his life among some of the wickedest men that God ever allowed upon him. Now, the narrator imagines that by his account, he had lived in his life, he had lived with most of the wicked men and the God has ever allowed upon the sea. And way in which he told this story shocked out plain country people almost as much as the crimes that he described. And the way that man used to, that means the old sea dog, used to tell the story, it used to shock a shock the full plain country. People almost had much as the crime as he used to describe. My father was always saying that the inn would be ruined, for people would cause seas coming there because of the captain bullying behavior. Now, the narrator's father, he was the owner of the inn, and he always used to say that this inn will get rid to the people, and people will soon stop coming there because of this captain's bullying behavior. But I really believe that the captain's presence did us good. But the narrator, he felt that the captain's presence was really good. People were frightened at the time, but on looking back, they thought it was a fine excitement in quiet and dull country life. Now, the narrator, what he used to think? He used to think that though people were frightened during that time, but after looking back, they used to think that it was a very fine excitement in quiet and bullying country life. And there was even a party of younger men who pretended to admire them, and even some young people are there who used to pretend that he was admiring his story. Call him a true sea dog or a real salt and such other names. Now, what this young person used to say? They used to say that call him a experienced sailor with many names such as this old sea dog, old salt, this name and many other names. They said he was a sort of man who was not afraid of anything. What they used to say? They used to say that he was such type of man who was not afraid of anything. In a way, indeed, he almost went, but in a way, almost he had went everywhere. For he kept on staying week after week, because he used to say week after week, 1 month after month after month. The captain's money had been used up long. Now, captain's money, it was used long ago, but still my father never plucked up the courage to insist of having. But still, the narrator's father never gathered courage to insist to tell the man to give more. If he ever mentioned it, the captain blew through his nose so loudly that you might say he roared and stared at my papa. Now, if he ever mentioned it, what happened? The captain, what he used to do? He used to blow his nose so loudly that others could say that he was roaring, and he was staring at the narrator's father. So angrily that he had to leave the room. Now, so angrily he used to stare at the narrator's father that he had to leave the room. I have seen my father wringing his hand after such incident. Now, the narrator, what he had seen this, his father has wringing the hand after such incident. And I am sure the annoyance and terror he lived, and he was sure about the annoyance and the terror through which he was passing. Must have hastened his death, must it has made difficulty in his death. During that time, he lived with us. The captain made no change whatever in his death. Now, during the time when he used to live with them, with the narrator, captain had never shown any changes in his dress. I remember the appearance of his coat which he patched himself upstairs in his room. Now the narrator could still then remember the appearance of his coat which he had kept in the upstairs in his room. After some time, it was nothing but after some time what happened? This coat, it was nothing but only patches. He never wrote or received a letter and never spoke with anyone. Now, never that man, he had never received a letter or never wrote or received a letter, nor never spoke to anyone else. But the neighbor, he was strange man indeed. No one dared to interfere with him. But to the neighbor, he was really a strange man and no one had the courage to interfere with him. He was crossed only once. One time only he was opposed. Dr. Livesey had come to see my father who was ill. Now, Dr. Livesey, he had come to see the narrator's father who was suffering. While the doctor was sitting in the parlor, the filthy scarecrow or a pirate began to sing his favorite song, 50 Men on the Dead Man's Chest. Now, when the doctor was sitting in his chamber, what happened? That man, he started singing about the filthy scarecrow on the pirate, and now he started his favorite sing, 50 Men on the Dead Man's Chest. This did not produce any effect on the doctor, who was talking to the tailor, the gardener. Now, on hearing this song, the doctor didn't show any effect. But the doctor at that time, what he was doing, he was talking to the gardener, that is the tailor. The captain was not used to this. Now, captain was not habituated to this. Suddenly, the captain yelled out with an oath, "Silence there!" Suddenly, what happened? Captain shouted out with an oath, "Silence there! Were you addressing me, sir?" said the doctor. Now the doctor said, "Are you telling me?" When the captain told him that it was so, the doctor replied calmly. Now when the captain said this, now the doctor calmly replied, "I have only one thing to say you, sir, that if you keep on drinking so much, the world will soon be quite of a very dirty ruffian." Now the doctor said calmly that he had to say only one thing, that if he keeps drinking in such way, so much in the world, then what happened? Soon he is going to quit of this dirty ruffian. That means soon he is going to suffer. But leaving the doctors threatened to keep an eye on the captain, the doctor was a magistrate, but leaving this doctor threatening to keep an eye on the captain, the doctor, who was he? He was even a magistrate, and said that he had ever heard any complaint, he would have the captain hunted down and rooted out of the place. Now the doctor, even if he was a magistrate, so he ordered that again next, if the doctor hears any complaint or the captain being hunted down, then what he will do? He will send him out of this place. The doctor then went. Now the doctor went away. But to our surprise, the captain held his peace that evening. But the narrator, he was very much surprised, because that evening they found that he was too quiet. And for many evenings to come, a change had come over the Wolsey. And after that, from the many evenings, what happened? The Wolsey dog was seen that he had many changes in his appearance and in his talking, everything. Now, take out your diary, write chapter 13, the Wolsey dog explained, homework, revise it. And with this, I am ending my today's class. Goodbye.